peace of mind. The words of my mother speak the truth. She always said, son, you'll make it through. I need to just get up, take a deep breath, keep it together, 'cause it's a beautiful day. Sun on my face, feeling okay. Don't let it get away, it's a beautiful day. Feeling so proud, screaming out loud. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. I won't ever let it go. I won't let it get away. I won't ever let it go. I won't ever let it go. I won't let it get away. I won't ever let it go. It's a beautiful day. Sun on my face, feeling okay. Don't let it get away. It's a beautiful day. Feeling so proud, screaming out loud. It's a beautiful day. Sun on my face, feeling okay. Don't let it get away. It's a beautiful day. Beautiful day. Feel so proud, screaming out loud. It's a beautiful day. Beautiful. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It's a beautiful day. And don't change your mind, honey, I'm on it. Do anything you want, but let the thoughts subside. And in my arms, honey, I got you. So don't worry about a thing and lay your head by mine tonight. And don't change your mind, honey, I'm on it. And I don't really care about the other guys. You're so fly, honey, I love it. You know I literally cannot get you out my mind. Oh no, 'cause I just wanna get you high. I mean, I just wanna make you wanna make me yours. Come on, baby, I just wanna love you more. Oh no, I got a nervous feeling in my belly, I can't seem to let it go. 'Cause I'm falling in love. And honey, I don't think I'll ever get up. 'Cause I know that you're the closest thing to heaven, dude, to me the earth has ever shown. I'm not letting you go. Oh baby, never letting you go. 'Cause I just wanna get you high. I mean, I just wanna make you wanna make me yours. And I don't wanna just get by, honey, never loved anyone like you before. Even though I know you're already going,
All right, so welcome and good evening to our part one of advocacy webinar series entitled Responsible Use of Social Media for Kids. So again, we would like to thank you, our sponsor and our partner, Payoneer, and also FAPSCO, the Filipino Online Professional Service Cooperative. Okay, so I'm Dennis Pagio. I'll be your moderator for tonight, and I will be in charge when it comes to your questions here inside the Zoom. Okay, and I would like to acknowledge the presence of Miss Angelique Pedroso. She will be the one who's going to handle our technical team and also when it comes to our Facebook Live. And if there are questions coming from our viewers in Facebook. And of course, just to remind you here for our house rule, please put your phone on silence rather. And if there are any unnecessary noises, kindly avoid so that we cannot interfere our webinar here. And let's respect one another here. And of course, I am seeking for your active participation. All right, so for our timekeeping, I would like to call on or ask for Miss Charlene if she is here. Miss Charlene? Because Miss Charlene will be the one who's going to introduce our presenter for tonight. Miss Charlene? Hello? I think she can't hear me. All right, if that's the case, Sir Mark, can you hear me? Sir Mark? Hello?
Hi, Sir Dance.
Yes, good evening, Sir Mark. So I guess where everything is set up now, I'm gonna give you the presenter's right to introduce our speaker for tonight. Hello?
I'm good. Can you hear me, guys?
Oh, okay, okay. So technicality. So guys, medyo mahina po talaga yung connection. So please bear with us. Kasi talagang maulan ngayon. Kahit dito sa Cavite, medyo maulan po talaga. All right, so Ms. Charlene, take it away. I'm gonna give you the presenter's mic to introduce our speaker for this evening. Thank you. Go on.
All right. So my name is Charlene, and I'm part of Rochelle's team. And Rochelle is one of my friend and a mentor at the same time. And Rochelle has been a familiar name when it comes to virtual assistant industry. So she started being a virtual assistant since 2013. And one of her dream is to share the online opportunities to many Filipinos as much as possible. So what she did is she immediately started training and coaching, followed by a series of VApreneurship workshops. So she attended workshop aside from attending the training and the coaching at all. So let me welcome to you guys this evening. Rochelle is from Mariveles, Bataan, but now she's currently living in Rizal. Rochelle as well is a homeschooling mom advocate. So she's an online professional, an entrepreneur, a business coach, a digital skills trainer, and of course, the founder and the chairperson of Filipino Online Professional Service Cooperative. Let us all welcome Rochelle Rivera.
Kinikilig naman ako doon, Cha.
It's an
Thank
honor.
you so much. Thank you so much for attending tonight's webinar. This is actually a 3-part webinar series. So I hope that we will also be seeing you in the next 2 webinars, next week, same time, and then the other week. This is actually to give tribute to the 3 advocacies that get me going. Alam niyo yun, kasi sa online industry, hindi siya madali. And if you're just here for the money, if you're just, wanted to earn, parang medyo mabuhay yung foundation mo as an online professional. So it's a good thing for me that I have friends like Dennis and Charlene and Mark and Angelique and the rest of the FAPSCO team to help me pursue the advocacy that I have in life. You know, ito kasi yung mga industriya na medyo malapit sa puso ko. So I have 3. Ang unang-una is yung homeschooling community because right before I become an online professional, I was a homeschooling mom. Actually, until now, I'm still homeschooling my child. She's already in her 5th grade right now. So wala kaming medyo transition nung nagkaroon ng COVID lockdown or everything. And then, pangalawang advocacy ko is the virtual assistant industry. Technically, siya yung buong online industry as a whole kasi doon ako nagsimula. I started in 2013 as a virtual assistant and then from then on, nung nakita ko yung business side, we started conducting VApreneur workshops. So kami mismo yung nagbubuo ng mga workshops and then we're going from one place to another just to share the opportunities that we found. Kaya lang napansin namin ng mga friends ko, kulang siya. Parang kulang yung effort. And it's a good thing that the ICT was there. So they invited us to teach online. Sige, Mark, sunod na nga natin yung ibang slides para makita na nila. Thank you. Ang mas maganda ako mag-share ng screen. Mark, ako na lang, hindi na siya gumagalaw. Ayan! Ayoko kasing mag-share kanina ng screen kasi naghahang po yung laptop ko. So, pasensya na. So, I asked Mark. Kaya lang, mas maganda siguro ayan. So, this is to launch actually the website of rochefel.com, which has the business development and consultancy services. Pero apart from that, ang pinakamalapit kasi sa puso ko, as I've told you before, is the online professionals industry. So, nung nag-start kami sa DICT, we were training, digital skills training, different classes in different provinces. So, yan sila, yung mga klase ko lahat, yung nasa background. Sila yung nagbibigay buhay sa akin kung bakit ako ganito kainit when it comes to online services. Alright? Now, but to tell you a little bit more about myself, I'm a grandma. And I'm 42 years old. I'm so proud of that. And aside from homeschooling, I'm also teaching digital skills through the ICT. And I am a co-founder of FAPSCO, the Filipino Online Professional Service Cooperative. So siya yung organization na binuo namin ng mga students, ng mga trainers ng DICT, students ng Digital Jobs PH para magkatulungan sa isa't isa to help each other. You know, kasi sa online workspace, hindi siya madali. So, kailangan mo ng katuwang. Hindi ka rin mag-grow pag mag-isa ka lang. So, we decided to create a national-based cooperative para matugunan yung mga kakulangan na yon and to support each other, not just as an employee, but also as a business entrepreneur or as an online entrepreneur for that matter. Okay, now, let me show you a few of my advocacies. Aside from FAPSCO, ayan siya, napakalaking Filipino Online Professional Service Cooperative, and our aim is to grow together within the industry. Now, ito naman ang homeschooling community, wherein we also have a small group, parang small community of parents that we're also conducting trainings for the kids. Okay? And aside from that, syempre, yung mga mommies din, mga homeschooling moms. So I'm also conducting trainings and webinars here and there to support especially the new homeschooling moms. And now, yung mga clients, of course, mga small and medium entrepreneurs that are my clients, sila yung, they kept me going as well. So parang sila yung nagbigay sa akin ng push para mag-continue to master business branding and business development. So I owe those 3 industries why I'm still here today. This is actually my 7th year in the business. Okay, now to proceed, ano nga ba yung pag-aaralan natin today? So, as promised, we will be learning about responsible use of social media. This is supposed to be for kids, pero feeling ko may mga parents din out there, may mga ibang tao rin na nandyan na gustong i-share. So, this webinar is free for you, but if you have kids with you, feel free to, bring your kids and listen to me para medyo mas maintindihan nila bakit kailangan gamitin ang social media responsibly. All right, so we will be learning social media, the good and the bad, the uses of social media. Kasi akala nung iba, ito lang yung gamit. Hindi nila alam yung lawak, yung scope ng social media. Okay, so that we will talk about that, the basic social media ethics, and then some interesting stories na lumabas, sumikat because of social media. All right, now let's get started. Okay. the good and the bad side of social media. Well, actually, not just social media. Everything or everybody has a good and a bad side. Kailangan lang natin siya laging i-balance, di ba? But just to give you a few things, ang social media kasi, pwede mo siyang magamit for your own good, or sometimes it can also become something that can destroy someone else's personality. Di ba, may mga lumalabas na chismis, or may mga reputation management tayong tinatawag when it comes to business. So minsan may ganun, may reputation na nasisira because of, ano bang tawag, yung innocence natin on what social media is all about and what it can do and if it can harm us or what. Okay? So sunod tayo. Discuss ko muna the uses of social media para mas maintindihan nyo bakit siya merong good and bad. Okay. The good use of social media, syempre, number one is for leisure. Ang ano na nga natin, yung thumb natin, kung nagkakakalyo, baka may kalyo na today. Di ba? Kasi sanay na tayo wag ganun. Scroll lang, scroll up. Di ba? Minsan parang ginawa natin libangan. Di ba? Natural na siya. Susunod magkaka-carpal tunnel tayo ganyan. Ako ganito din, di ba? Yung iba ganon. Oh, di ba? Parang yung natural na gumalaw. Oh.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Ako kasi ganun eh. Oh, ganun ako. Ayan. So, una syempre, leisure. Di ba? Especially pag matagal ka na nagpe-Facebook. Oh, yan. Sanay ka na. Then, pangalawa, for socialization. Especially during the pandemic. Dito tayo nakakahanap ng connection with friends, with old classmates, with families. Yung iba gumagawa ng mga mini groups, group ng office mates, group ng family. Kami sa FAPS ko, sa co-op, marami kami mga group ng mga committees. And then we have some small circles of mga team leads groups. So we can build relationships using social media through messenger groups. Guys, if you have questions, please at any time, just type them in the chat box. Yung mga nasa Zoom, welcome everyone, and please feel free to chat your questions at any time. Sasagutin natin siya mamaya. Alright? Pero alam nyo ba na yung iba, they build authority online. So what do I mean by building authority online? When I say building authority online, parang politics. Doon ka nanliligaw sa mga tao, doon mo sinasabi kung ano yung gusto mong gawin, doon mo binibigay yung plataforma mo. So doon ka nagpapakilala. Parang artista. 'Di ba? Ang mga artista, wala naman silang picture na may muta sila, tapos kagigising lang, tapos sabog-sabog yung buhok. Parang lahat sila, I woke up like this. Ano ba? Wala ka nakitang artista na yung tutsang niya nakaganon, or maputla, or puro eye bags, di ba? Kasi they are building their reputation and authority through social media. Puhunan nila yun eh, and that's business. O, di ba? Pero hindi mo naman kailangan maging artista para, di ba, mag-build ng authority online. Diba? Pwede rin naman tayo na ordinaryong tao lang. We're not artista, hindi tayo mga politicians, we're not big shots. Diba? Pero ginagamit natin ng social media para sa sarili natin for business or for career growth. Okay, next, marketing for business. So ginagamit natin ng social media para kumonek sa maraming tao, especially right now during the pandemic. Marami tayong mga binibenta kung ano-ano. Diba? Lumalabas na yung mga skill natin. Magaling ka magluto ng longganisa, bigla ka nagtinda ng longganisa sa friends. Magaling ka magluto ng leche flan, bigla kang nag-i-invite ng mga friends. Come on, may luto akong leche flan. Or miski pandesal. Alam nyo ba na ang pandesal pala, na ubi pandesal, 20 pesos na. Hindi ko alam kasi kahapon nagpa-deliver kami ng pandesal. O delivery pandesal, di ba? 5 pesos yung pandesal. Pero yung ubi daw is 20 pesos. Oh, nasa bahay lang ako pero dumating sa doorstep ko si pandesal. Merienda namin ng hapon with matching coffee. O di ba ang sarap? And that's what social media can do. It can generate clients. Oh, dahil ganun lang kami ng ganun. Wala kami magawa kahapos, nagugutom kami. Parang masarap si pandesal. And then we saw a post online na ito, pandesal. Oh, in-order na kami. Tapos after less than 20 minutes, dumating na si pandesal, kumakatok na sa pinto. That's one good use of social media. Okay, and what's also good about it is that we can build relationships through social media. Aminin, maraming nagka-boyfriend and girlfriend at nagkatuluyan sa social media. Kahit wala pang Facebook nun. Ano ba yung tawag? MIRC pa dati. Oh, ano ba isa? Friendster pa dati. Di ba? Oo, umamin na.
Yahoo.
Sino sa inyo yung mga nagka-boyfriend? Ikaw, Dance?
Yahoo Messenger.
Diba?
Naabutan ko.
Yahoo Messenger. Oo. Diba? Yahoo Messenger din meron. Kaya lang, noong mga panahon na yun, hindi ko pa tinitingnan ang social media as something na ganun ka-importante sa akin. I just started my Facebook account, I think it was 2008. Nung nagsimula akong mag-build ng, I had this computer shop before, napilitan na akong pumunta sa social media kasi kailangan na. Pero at that 2008 pababa, hindi ko siya iniisip. Hindi ako nagpo-post. And believe me, ayoko talaga mag-post sa social media. Yung ganito, magsasalita ako sa harap nyo, this is something that I don't wanna do before. Kasi mahiyain po ako. Hindi lang talaga siya halata. Yes.
Walang
mahihain
bakas.
po ako. Maniwala na kayo. Pinilit. Minilit ba din? Hindi lang talaga siya halata. Ayoko sa camera, ayoko nang mag-selfie, hindi ako ma-selfing tao. O kaya tignan niyo yung webinar ko, ang ganda-ganda nung ang ganda-ganda nung pangalan nito, nung model natin. Balik natin kay Angelique. O, di ba? Hindi ako ma-selfing tao, kaya po nahirap yung team ko.
Narurelate ako doon, Ron.
Kailangan pa nilang kaya, diba? Kaya sila Mark, ginawang pa nila para lang picture ko kasi nga wala akong masyadong picture. So mas gusto ko ipapakita yung mga estudyante kong magaganda, 'di ba? Para sila yung mga-highlight naman. Oh. Now balikan natin.
Ano naman daw yung mga estudyanteng pogi?
Ayun.
So sa webinar sila Mark naman lagay natin dyan.
Remember guys, we have 2 more webinar series. Kaya doon i-feature natin.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Ngayon, let's go to the not so good use of social media. Ito na. Kasi sabi ko nga, di ba, ang social media, pwede natin gamitin sa mabuti at sa hindi. Okay? So una, we can brag. Normally, people wants other people to see what they have or what they doing. Minsan, naiinis ka na lang kasi, ano ba naman to? Pati ba naman yung binili niyang bagong, let's say, whatever things na bagong bili, lahat nakapost. Di ba minsan may ganon? And minsan, kung nasa wall mo or friend mo, parang gusto mo na lang i-unfriend do kasi parang naiirita ka na. May mga kasi ganong klaseng tao na ultimo, body scrub, pinupost. O yung mga ganon, di ba? So, medyo pag madalas, okay lang naman kung paminsan-minsan, pero kung palaging yun na lang ang laman ng wall mo, kasi your wall or your social media profile would be the reflection of yourself in social media. Yan yung parang TV. For example, isang artista, let's say Heart Evangelista, hindi ba ang reflection niya sa TV is siya yung petite, na talented, na sweet girl. Magugulat ka na lang siguro pag si Heart Evangelista gumagawa ng let's say comedy movie. Kasi hindi niya yun forte. Pag comedy, ang isipin mo, let's say si Candy Pangilinan. Di ba ganon? So parang yun yung maaalala ng tao sa'yo. And then if you're doing something so frequently, tapos nakikita ng mga friends mo, they would think that that's you. Paano ko hindi naman pala? Paano ko natuwa ka lang dun sa body scrub na binili mo tapos pinost mo? Pero sabi niya, abang naman ito pati body scrub. Kasi mahal yung body scrub eh. O mahal eh, or masarap gamitin or whatever. Diba? So, kung magpo-post tayo, kailangan we have to think of it as something in moderation. Hindi pwedeng too much of everything. Okay? Para hindi tayo medyo, ano tawag doon, na nadi-discriminate or nada-judge ka agad. Alright. Ito naman yung iba yung mga medyo parang naghahanap ng away. Parang naghahanap ng yung gigil lang, nagigil sa kapitbahay, siguro nagbi-video kayong kapitbahay, para yung neighbors namin madalas naghahanap ng dahilan para magkaroon ng celebration kahit may COVID, o di ba? Pero visit ka sa kapitbahay mo, sa social media ka nagpunta. And then, nagpo-poke ka lang, parang, ano ba naman to, lahat na makita mo. Tapos, kinokomentan mo sila, tapos yung comment mo puro negative. And you're just spreading negativity. Right? Parang hindi siya maganda kasi ano ba? Parang instead that you are going to spread positive things, parang you're spreading negativity. So hindi siya maganda. Lalo na kung mambubuli ka ng tao through social media. 'Di ba parang classmate mo, nakita mo yung classmate mo, Tapos ang ginawa mo, pinost mo yung isang picture niya na hindi magandang tingnan or parang ito ka naman dati yung mga ganon, di ba? O maputi ka lang kasi gandang chemical K. Parang buhok ko lang po. Hindi maniwala yung anak ko na straight yung buhok ko. Ay, nakulot yung buhok ko dati kasi straight na siya ngayon. Sabi ko kasi meron na tinatawag na rebond. Di ba? Pero dati talagang kinky siya. Gulo-gulo yan. Hindi nyo na makikita yung ganong mukha ko or ganong buhok ko, di ba? So, paano kung tinatago ko pala yung buhok kong kulot, tapos may naitago si Mark? Tapos habang may picture ako dyan na maganda, may webinar, pinost niya sa ilalim yung picture kong mukha akong bruha. Di ba? So, baka mamaya kung hindi ako medyo, ma-offend pa ako nun, di ba? So, let's be sensitive in social media. Okay? Bullying classmates, and it involves anything that involves chaos. It could be parang pag-aaway about politics or about religion or kahit away lang ng minsan na mag-asawa. Sige nga, ay nakita ko kahapon yung asawa mo nandito tapos ngayon pa-sweet-sweet kayo. Something like that. Diba? We have to be mindful of what we're doing in social media kasi it can really make someone good or something good and it can make something bad at the same time. Alright? Yung iba ginagamit ang social media to do fraudulent activities. Yun bang manggagaya ng personality tapos mambabash ng ibang tao? Yung kukunin yung picture ng iba and then they would post as you, tapos gagawin yung kung ano na yung gusto nilang gawin. Meron pa ako nalaman nangungutang sa mga family members using a fake account. Di ba parang ang pangit ng pakiramdam? Di ba na meron tao na pwede palang gamitin yung profile natin. O dali lang kasing gumawa ng account ngayon, guys. Di ba? So everything that we were discussing earlier is part of the social media ethics. Okay? There is no written rule about ethics in social media. Kasi at the end of the day, totoong tao pa rin tayo eh. What ethics apply in the real world also applies virtually. So kung ayaw mong i-chismis ka ni kapitbahay mo, di ba? Normally before, may mga nagpukumpulan sa labas ng bahay, yung mga lola, mga kapitbahay, mga tita-tita, nagkikwentuhan yan sila, pinagchichismisan yung kapitbahay nila pag wala. Lalo na kung sila lang naiiwan sa maghapon, nag-aalaga ng mga kids. Di ba? Minsan may mga ganong tao na yun yung pastime nila. Kung ayaw mong gawin sa'yo in real life, let's not bring it in social media. Okay? So kasama din, the golden rule is just do unto others what you want them to do unto you. So kung ayaw mo naman sila na siraan ka, huwag ka rin maninira. Kung ayaw mo na medyo, para meron sila, they're hitting you below the belt, don't do the same thing. Diba? So lahat ng moral principles natin, in the real life, let's bring them in social media. Let's treat social media as a place where we can spread positivity, where we can build relationships and do things in a positive way rather than pull other people down. Okay? So, let's go. Proceed. Now, meron lang ako mga konting sharing because this is supposed to be for kids. Gusto ko mag-share ng mga konting stories on how social media can be a bad thing. Para lang aware tayo. Alright? Especially the kids right now. There was this one, an executive, basahin ko, the executive director of California Clayton Valley Charter High was changing in the locker room of a local fitness center when he was secretly recorded by a 17-year-old student at the school. Reported is claycord.com. The student posted a photo of social media to social media and was arrested and cited on suspicion of invasion of property. And the student was also expelled, and the other students who shared the photo were suspended. So, nag-share ka lang, na-suspend ka pa. Why? Kasi it's not something na, na kailangan pa nating i-share. Given, sabihin na natin, nakita mo, hindi mo sinasadya, may nagbibihas. Do you have to take a photo or a video of that person and then share it in social media? Why? What would be the purpose? Because always think that if it's you, would you want others to see that you're changing clothes, especially if you don't have any clothes? Siyempre, di ba hindi? And they're 17 years old. So, mga high school, fourth year, fifth year, di ba? Mga high school students sila eh. So, it resulted to expulsion and suspension. So, wag na natin gawin. Hindi pa naman siya medyo delikado sa mga younger ones, yung mga elementary pababa. Pero ito medyo ginagawa na kasi siya ng mga high school. So it's important that us parents, we as early as now, we expose our kids to responsible use of social media. Ang anak ko kasi ngayon, pinakabata kong anak is grade 5 na, so she's 10. And since ang trabaho ko is about, online entrepreneurship, medyo exposed siya sa social media. And she knows what to post and how to act in social media. Kaya lang kasi bata pa rin yan. 'Di ba? Kailangan pa nating titingnan and then kakausapin on a daily basis para alam natin how they think. Para kung meron man silang maisip na something na akala lang nila fun, pwede kagad natin siyang masabi na this is not the way to do things, right? So responsible sharing is the number one thing. Pangalawa, we need to understand the difference of a prank or a crime. Kasi merong thin line between a prank and a crime. So may another kwento dito. There's two 14-year-old students at Ohio, Findlay High School, who faced potential crime charges of disorderly conduct after posting to social media a photo of themselves holding fake guns. Fake guns, ha? Alam naman nilang fake guns and a sign saying, "I hate everyone. You hate everyone. Let's shoot up the school at homecoming." Diba? Para sa somebody na they just wanna have fun, hindi nila nare-realize na yung ginagawa nila can potentially traumatize people, especially with what's happening right now, that people are getting shot at inside the school premises where they're supposed to feel safe and content, safe secure. And when they're supposed to be studying. O, di ba, secured, yes. Ganun yung pakiramdam mo dapat, pero magpo-post ka ng ganito sa social media. For what purpose? Di ba, parang masyado siya nakakatakot. So, tayo, kailangan din nating ma-identify what is the difference between a prank, a simple prank, and a crime. If a joke can hurt somebody else's feelings, if a joke can hurt somebody physically, then it's not a joke anymore. Especially if it's threatening your security, if it's threatening your safety, then it's not a joke anymore. It's not a prank anymore. Diba? So, iwasan natin kasi baka mamaya yung prank natin, yun yung magdala pa sa atin sa baka nga, 'di ba? Maka-experience ka pang matulog sa jail, just, hindi natin alam kung ano yung mga pwede nating ma-violate, especially right now na meron na talagang may mga cyberbullying laws, meron na tayong mga laws na naka-in place na pwede tayong kasuhan at any given moment. Right? Especially if you post a picture of, let's say, kunyari nakipag-away yung anak mo sa labas, pinost mo yung picture ng kaaway mo ng anak mo, yung kaaway ng anak mo 6 years old, kahit sabihin pa nagsuntukan sila, away bata pa rin yun eh. So, let's not cross the line. Alright? Next. Gusto ko to. Responsible posting. Think first before you click. Sometimes may makikita ka and then you just want to share it. Diba? But what's important also is to think first before clicking and before sharing. Minsan may mga ganito tayo nakikita, diba? Picture ng babae or ng lalaki pinapatong sa mukha ng ibang tao. And sometimes it's not as cute as this one. Diba? Sometimes, aakalain mo siya talaga yun. Yung iba ginagamit for some, mag-invento ng kwento or stuff like that, which is not good. Diba? So, let's make it a point that if we're sharing or posting something online, think if it's going to help someone, inspire someone, or make someone happy. If not, kung ikaw lang yung magiging masaya kasi ikaw lang yung natutuwa kasi nakapang-asar ka ng kakilala mo or, di ba, nakapambuli ka, huwag mo nang i-post. Sometimes holding back doesn't mean, di ba, you're a coward or something. Hindi naman ganon. Just hold back on the things that you wanna share, especially if it's going to hurt someone's feelings. Di ba? Next. Do you know that social media can be your ticket to success? Kasi I was I used to be not a fan of social media. Sabi ko nga before, di ba, hindi ako nagpo-post sa social media. Natuto lang ako mag-social media kasi kailangan ko i-post yung picture ng anak ko, si Oleg before, kasi ng anak ako. So parang nangunti-unti lang ako na-excite kasi yung family nanghihingi ng picture, nagpapapost, pero ganun lang siya nagsimula. And then, nung na-realize ko how big the reach of social media can become, unti-unting nagbago yung pananaw ko about social media. Now the question is, what do you want to do in your life? What do you really want to do in your life that kahit na libre, gagawin mo siya ng libre? In fact, yung mga kasama ko ngayon dito, hindi naman sila binabayaran eh. In fact, this webinar is also free. Diba? And we're all doing this for free. Why? Because we all love what we're doing. Diba? Gusto namin yung ginagawa namin. And why are we doing this? First, we're building authority online. Nagpa-practice kami para may makikinig. Mahirap yata magsalita mag-isa. So thank you for keeping up with us. Kasi nandito pa kayo ngayon. Di ba? Nakikinig pa kayo sa amin. Kasi may mga gusto kaming bagay na gawin. My friends here with you right now, they are also digital skills trainers like me. Okay? And they wanted to share what they learned online para mas marami tayo. Di ba mas marami, mas masaya? So ito yung ginagawa namin. Ito yung na-realize namin that we really wanted to do. Maybe for the rest of our lives. But for you, what do you really want to do in your life? Do you want to paint? Do you want to create videos? Do you want to cook or bake or teach or sing and dance? And the list is endless. There's a lot of possibilities. What do you want to do? And are you ready to share them in social media? Because the only thing that people will know what you're doing is when you go out there, when you share it to the world. Right? Yun lang yun eh. That will be your ticket to success. You start sharing. Kasi pag hindi, if you just keep your talent to yourself, nobody will notice you. Sa ngayon, ang dali-dali na sumikat, maganda lang ang boses mo, kumanta ka lang. Mag-hit ng 1 million views yung YouTube channel mo, meron ka na kagad earnings, di ba? Sikat ka na kagad. Before, pipila ka pa ng ilang araw para mag-audition. Buti na lang, hindi ko po talaga ginagawa mag-audition. Hindi ko talaga tinrayan. So wala akong may kikwento sa inyo about that. Pero 'di ba, ngayon magbukas ka lang ng webcam mo, mag-TikTok ka lang, sumayaw ka lang, kumanta ka. O 'di ba? Kaya mo na. Yung iba nag-paint through sand or anything, kung ano yung medium nila, and then they're posting it in social media. 'Di ba? And they're earning from that. Kami dumadaldal lang po kami. Pero paminsan-minsan binabayaran na rin. O 'di ba? You get paid by doing what you want. And what kind of satisfaction is that? Diba napakasarap? Yung ginagawa namin ngayon free. Pero mas masarap po yung pakiramdam pag may bayad na to. And hindi naman kami palaging free. Minsan may bayad din po. So may naniniwala din sa pinagsasasabi namin. O diba? Kaya kayo din, kayang-kaya nyo rin yan. Next. Social media also changed my life. Ito yung sinabi ko sa inyo kanina. Pero paano? How? Teka lang. Inom lang akong tubig. 1 minute lang. Mahirap magsalita.
Agree.
Yan. Time's up. Thank you. Diba? Social media not changed not just my life, but the lives of my friends here with me. Yung buhay ng mga nasa FAPS ko. Yung buhay ng mga naging estudyante ng Digital Jobs PH. Yung mga buhay na nakilala namin before, na dati nasa bahay lang sila, walang ginagawa, nagne-Netflix maghapon or nag-ML maghapon. Kumbaga, yung tipong binabato na ng nanay nila para magtrabaho. Pero wala. Pero nung na-realize nila na pwede pala silang magtrabaho online, they started becoming more productive. Diba? Pero ang tanong, what is your target? Ano muna yung gusto nyo mangyari sa buhay? Diba? And then think about that, and then think about bringing that to social media. Using social media as your platform to be noticed, to find clients, to build relationships, to start a business, to build an empire. Pero wala namang shortcut, di naman madali. Pero kung hindi ka kasi gagalaw ngayon, walang lalong mangyayari. So I'm sure everybody knows Ryan, right? From Ryan's Toy Review. Kaya ito yung ginawa kong example kasi I'm sure ito yung makaka-relate yung mga kids. So mothers, I hope you will share this to your kids. this is the one last story na gusto kong maalala nyo ngayong araw na to. This kid's name is Ryan, and his father started filming him while opening toys, unpacking. So, fini-film lang habang tinatanggal yung packaging. Imagine nyo, wala namang skill na kailangan doon. Diba? Bibili ng bagong toy si daddy, i-unpack ni child ng bata, and then lalaruin niya. Maglalaro lang sila. But because the dad is so passionate about what he's doing, maybe he likes, seeing his son's reaction every time that he's opening up a toy or playing with it. And then, right now, they have $22 million in revenue in a single year. That's according to Forbes. You can Google that. And he has a massive following of 22 million subscribers on YouTube. Men, ang subscribers ko nga 1,400 lang. Si Ryan, 22 million. So, dapat nagsisimula na rin pala ako mag-unbox.
Unboxing.
Anyway, with the help of entertainment, yes, Dance, Pocket Watch, yung brand ni Ryan, it's a multi-million-dollar franchise right now, with his face on the shelves of Walmart and on toothbrushes and on televisions. In the US, Pinoy yan eh. Taga Cavite si Ryan. Diba?
Wow.
So, who would ever think, diba, that a Caviteño like Dennis, you're also from Cavite, a Caviteño kid would make it to Walmart, would make it to the US, and would earn $22 million just by opening toys, just by doing what he really loves. And because the father is so supportive. Diba? We cannot open toys. All of us, we cannot open toys. But there is something that we wanted to do even if it's for free. There is something that we're really, really passionate about doing that we wanted to share it to others. And we couldn't care less kung nagkakamali ang video natin, kung wrong grammar yung salita natin, just because we wanted to share. Diba? And when we find that something, that passion, that purpose in life, it's our obligation to share it to the world. Besides, kung kikita ka naman ng $22 million in 1 year, siguro naman hindi na masama. Diba? Ayun lang. Aside from that, let me just recap. Hey, what we learned today. We learned the social media, the good and the bad, the uses of social media ethics, some interesting stories, especially about Ryan. Now, dahil pang kids supposedly itong topic natin today, I wanted also to introduce to you another kids website that I got the honor to help with. It's Sharp and Smart. Since this one is for kids, Sharp and Smart has just recently launched their website for an online tutorial program. This is also a product of a friend of mine. Her name is Miss May Borromeo. She's supposed to join us tonight, kaya lang hindi na kinaya kasi nasa class pa siya. So, this business concept was just discussed like 2 months ago. And right now, she's earning, I think, more than 45,000 pesos a month just because of booking students for tutorial services. I think ang subject na lang is math and English.
Miss Rosh, I think Miss Borromeo is here.
Yeah.
She's here.
Si May. Yan, sige. Okay, kung nandyan si May, sige, mas gusto ko siyang magkwento sa inyo kasi sabi ko nga, di ba, this webinar series program is for my advocacy. So I wanted to share with you how a mother who is just, enjoying giving tutorial services to kids. In fact, she was giving it for free to our community, to our homeschooling community. We just started from there and then we conceptualized this business. So hayaan ko muna siya magbigay ng konting information about this. I'm gonna stop sharing. So, sis?
Hi, sis. Sorry, I was here.
Yan. Na ako. Hindi ko alam na nandiyan ka na.
Oo.
Go ahead.
Okay, so,
very beautiful friends.
So, just a quick introduction. I'm Stacy May Borromeo. I'm homeschooling for 5 years. 5 years, and I have 2 kids. So, yeah, let me tell you about our story with Sharp and Smart. It's basically we started with homeschooling. Okay, so we have a small co-op. with Roch. So we gather together and then we teach our kids. So para naging it's regular meetups where, like for example, si Roch, so since she's good with technology, so she teaches Canva and the other things. And then for me, I teach other things like farming because I'm in love with farming or urban farming and those things. So since there were like couple of parents with different area of specialty, when we have meetups, we share our resources and areas of expertise. So eventually our group went to different field trips, campings, and all of those things. So we eventually evolved. And then when the pandemic came, we started to realize that we can actually do online classes. So we started doing online classes, and then we thought that we could actually do it on a regular basis. So we started teaching, the other parents started teaching Filipino, AP, and all those things that they can actually teach our kids. And then one time we started to realize that we can actually reach out these lessons to other kids who actually need our help, especially during this time. So so yun, nag-conceptualize kami na Roch, and then we found out that there's actually a big demand for this right now. While we are actually doing what we love to do, our advocacy, we are actually opening a lot of opportunities for, number one, for the kids out there who need our help with their education, because sa ngayon, there's a lot of question marks, a lot of uncertainty. So for those kids who are navigating this blended learning or home-based or homeschool, and they don't have any experience yet. So what we did is we offer these services to those kids, and of course their families as well, the parents who don't have any time to teach their kids, yung mga OFW, yun yung mga market namin because their parents are not physically there, but they have to go on and proceed with their education, and they don't know how to navigate these things. So we are there to do this job for them. And at the same time, it's opening opportunities for the teachers also, for those displaced teachers, yung mga moms who just needed, because a lot of people lost their jobs, diba? So this is opening opportunity also for those people who can actually teach online also, and probably shift their bread and butter to kung dati nasa actual school sila, and there's like 4 million students who did not enroll in both private school and public school. So it's just 4 million na hindi ko alam kung anong gagawin. Perhaps they'll try to self-learn. Okay, if they're not going to follow a certain curriculum, then probably we can also help. Okay, so yun. So we started doing this, and now we have a website, and we offer, initially we offered math and English, but I think there will be more classes later on. And we also there's this special child that wanted to have these classes also. And at first kasi wala naman kaming program for special kids. But since there's also a demand for that, because the special kids, even if you need like psychology background for that, but the fact is they also need interaction with other kids, especially those who are the regular kids, yung mga so they also want to do this with us. So now we have different classes to offer again. So parang dumadami ng dumadami. And yun lang so far. Ano pa ba? Roch. What else?
Yeah, and
I
thank you.
think we can ask questions, and then I'll just answer your questions.
Oo, pag meron pa. If we have questions, Dance.
We do have a question here. Para daw po kapag yung isang teacher gusto mag-apply sa inyo, Miss Borromeo.
Oh yeah, that's a perfect question.
Yes.
So they just email us at sharpandsmartonline@gmail.com, and then or they can send private message in our Facebook. That's sharp and smart online ba? Or sharp and smart Facebook. And then they can see my face there. And then they can ask questions. And then if the teacher wanted to offer a class, then we have to make sure that we are in line with our 4 pillars. We have 4 pillars. It has to be like the programs has to be something with critical thinking, with values formation, with subject mastery, and that enhances communication skills. So all those factors has to be with there in what you're going to offer. So siguro we will have to discuss with the materials. If they already have a material, then they have to probably migrate to a more critical thinking exercises, like instead of just like yung questions, the way you question your kids, like 1 + 1 is 2. Instead of doing that, you try to develop material that actually allows the kid, like it's more of like a puzzle for them. It excites them. So like if there's a follow-up question after that, or you make it into a puzzle, it's more mind-bending, so that you don't just actually do the arithmetic, but also the logical and critical thinking on the sides.
All right. Siguro interested lang siguro yung isang kasama natin dito. They're just asking because Miss Roch and you, Miss Borromeo, are part of a certain co-op na about sa homeschooling. Tama po ba?
Yes.
Paano daw po mag-join? Ano po ba yung kailangan
Okay.
maging part po nun? Yes.
Co-ops are actually, it's a heaven sent, okay? There's a lot of benefits on that. But,
Yes.
co-op, so that you will actually get all the benefits from it, it has to be small. The group should be, especially for homeschooling, okay? Because, pag mas marami, mas difficult i-manage with the schedule, especially for us moms. Okay, we have different jobs, we have different priorities, and committing to a schedule is very difficult. Okay, ilan lang tayo, Raj? Parang 8 families, I think. Probably 8 families with like 11 or 12 kids. Pero hirap na hirap kami mag-schedule ng meetups. That's why for you to be able to maximize the potential of your co-op, you have to make it like small group. Okay? So, kami kasi, we stopped there already. Kasi ang hirap na mag-expand. Okay? Maybe in the future, pag wala na kami masyadong ginagawa at di na kami busy. Kasi ang hirap nga gawa ng schedule. But for those homeschooling moms out there, it's best if you do it geographically. Like for example, in Quezon City. So you can ask other parents, you can go to homeschooling pages, and then you just advertise there that we are from like Batasan Hills, and we are homeschooling our kids 5-year-old and 7 years old. Are there parents out there near my place that would like to group with us And then from there, you can get your small co-ops. It's better if you are in the same location kasi mas madali yung pag-meeting. Kasi kami, there are families from Cavite, from Laguna, BGC, Pasig, and here sa North. So, ang dami kaya paminsan it's difficult to meet.
Actually, sis, ngayon lang, it just came into my mind na pwede pala natin gawin yung ginawa namin sa FAPSCO. Like, it's a community of online freelancers, pero meron kami mga business centers. Just to answer that question, we are going to start a Facebook group through Sharp and Smart, and then we're going to invite mothers who are homeschooling their kids right now. So when we are inside that community, siguro naman meron doon magkakasama na taga Quezon City lahat, or taga Cavite lahat, or taga wherever. And then once mabuo na natin yung grupo, pag andun magkakakilala na kayo, then maybe pwede na kayo mag-conduct ng mga maliliit nyong mga events. Katulad ng ginawa namin. We started with just simply doing barbecue at home. Actually, ginagawa namin meeting venue palagi yung bahay nila. Kasi doon kami kasya lahat. So, ganun lang yung ginawa namin. And then yun, mga campings, field trips. We do a lot of field trips. Normally, mga once a month before, prior to COVID. So maybe we can also do that. We can help that way by just inviting everyone in a community, Facebook community. And then from there, yung mga taga Quezon City, mag-create tayo ng post. So, sino-sino yung mga taga Quezon City dito? Mag-reply or mag-comment sa post ito yung mga gustong mag-build ng small co-op. So from there, and then maybe, we can help other moms duplicate what we did. Kasi pwede naman talaga kaming mag-share ng ginagawa. Hindi lang talaga namin kayang i-accommodate lahat. Yun.
Ayan, siguro naman nasagot yung tanong po ng ating viewer. Thank you for clarifying that question, Ms. Roche. I guess, Ms. Roche, you can invite the other or our viewers here about our FAPSCO. Baka po pwedeng i-invite po natin sila kasi naka-live po tayo ngayon sa Facebook Live and para po doon sa mga viewers. Let's invite them personally. Okay po. Go ahead, Ms. Roche. Let's invite them.
Thank you so much. So, na-invite na kayo. Thank you, Dan. So, na-invite na kayo ni May kanina to visit her Facebook page. Ulitin ko na lang din, facebook.com/sharpandsmart, or you can simply go to her website, sharpandsmart.online, para mag-inquire. Or you can message her directly. You can just check in May Borromeo. Siya lang naman may pinakamagandang mukha doon, so hindi kayo magkakamali. Alright. And now, I would also like to invite you to check out FAPSCO. That's a Filipino Online Professional Service Cooperative. To check out what we're doing and how we're helping other online professionals like us to start building their careers online or build their business. So, para malaman nyo rin kung paano maging part ng cooperative and kung paano mag-start online. Kasi we're offering different webinars. In fact, ngayong 7 p.m., meron silang free Photoshop webinar, but this is the one for members only. So we're giving free webinars and trainings for non-members din naman. But if you want to take advantage of the perks, the free trainings and everything, you can go to fapsco.ph to check out how you're going to become a member. And also please check out our page, facebook.com/fapsco.ph. So yun lang. Thank you so much. Dance?
Okay po. Thank you, Ms. Roche. I guess yung FAPSCO naman po is open sa lahat ng gustong sumali. Okay po? So hindi lang po talaga siya sa designated na mga freelancers because we do have this particular membership which is the associate, but then limited po yung ating voting right when it comes to that particular field. But then open po ito sa lahat ng gustong mag-join. Kasi pag once na nag-join kayo sa FAPSCO Cooperative, you do have a lifetime opportunity to join of our free webinars. And then kapag meron tayong exclusive and paid webinars, meron kayong percentage na discount doon sa ating mga upcoming webinars. So maganda po na maging part kayo ng FAPSCO or the Filipino Online Service Cooperative kasi we are helping our fellow Filipino. Kumbaga, let's have a collaboration, not competition. Okay po? So, anything else, Ms. Roche, Ms. Borromeo? Baka may i-add pa po tayo.
Final parting message for the mommies. Baka meron ka pang gustong sabihin?
Ms. Cha or Ms. Borromeo, go ahead.
Um, well, if you know someone who needed help, like with homeschooling, yung mga pamangkin or mga friends, yung mga anak ng mga friends that they needed help with their academics and how they will try to navigate their their academic year, this 2020 to 2021, we might help them. And at the same time, for those people, parents, teachers, and all those people who would like to offer their tutorial services with us, then you can join us in Sharp and Smart and offer your classes. And then, yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms.
Thank
Borromeo.
you.
Okay, Ms. Rosh, mag-add lang po ako, I guess, to clarify lang. Kasi my takeaway for this particular webinar is really think before you click. Kumbaga, think, letter T stands for make sure na i-share natin is true. And then H for make it helpful or make sure na yung i-share natin is not hurtful. And then I stands for make sure na it is inspiring and not illegal. And then N stands for make it sure na yung i-share natin is necessary ba na i-share ba natin itong information on social media. And K stands for make it sure na lagi tayong on a manner of kind. Let's spread kindness. So think true, helpful, inspiring, necessary, and make it kind all the time. Thank you, Ms. Rosh. Go ahead, Ms. Rosh. Ms. Rosh? Sige po.
I'm sorry, akala ko si Cha yung sinasabi mo, yung tinatawag mo, Dennis. Thank you so much. I like that. Think. Gusto ko yun. Gamitin natin yun, Dennis, sa lahat. Think before you go. All right, thank you so much, everyone, and we hope to see you again next week, Thursday, same time, 6 p.m. for another free webinar. This time, we will discuss the must-have skills for online professionals. Ito na yon. Ano yung mga kailangan nyo? Hindi ko kayo sasabihin, hindi ko ituturo. Nasabihin ko kung ano yung mga kailangan nyo kasi nandyan na yan sa inyo. It's already innate in you. So let's discuss that next Thursday. Thank you so much for my FAPSCO family for helping this webinar, for putting this webinar together. Yun po. And Payoneer, maraming salamat.
Yes.
Sorry, ayan. Payoneer, maraming salamat for always supporting all our advocacies. Yeah. Thanks, Dance.
Okay po. So I guess nasabi na po natin lahat ng pwede natin sabihin. So I guess we really have to stop muna for this particular session. And I'm looking forward na magkita-kita po ulit tayo sa next session natin. We still have 2 remaining webinar series, right, Ms. Rosh? It's gonna be on August 17 and also August 20 and 27. Same time. Yes. Same time, 6 p.m. and then every Thursdays. Okay po? So, thank you very much for coming here and see you next session. Bye-bye.
Yes. Bye.
Bye, guys. Thank you very much.